Back before I started to work with my inner child, I used to deceive it and let it down a lot. I used to give it a lot of mixed messages and not follow through. And then I externalized that as a person, as a human being, maybe a man my age, somebody I want to be friends with, somebody I want to bring into my support group. And how this person would talk a good talk, but then would deceive me every opportunity they got. Not show up, not follow through, lie. And then at first, maybe I would say, well, life happens. Maybe this and that happens. We'll give him a couple of other opportunities. But at some point, I would have to come to the conclusion that this person is distrustful, that maybe they're not the right choice to bring into my life, to enhance my life, to add to my support group. That's a little bit the way that I was with my inner child. I promised him things and I didn't follow through. And I deceived him and I sent him a whole bunch of mixed messages and creating confusion. To me, the word confusion was always just, I'm confused about this or that, but it runs deeper for me now. Confusion is paralysis, it's being lost, it's having no solid ground to walk on for this inner child or for even us, the adult, when we have no navigational direction and we're at the helm of our boat and we're navigating the rough seas and the oceans of life and we're like, where are we going? We're just out here coasting, not exactly sure where we're going. So that externalization of, would I tolerate that from another human being? No. Well, then why am I doing it to myself? That really helped sort of center myself and commit to that part. And it's a tricky part. I will admit that this inner child will look at us and say, eat the whole box of cookie, it'll be so fun. And we're like, no, no, child, we can't eat the whole box of cookie now, can we? And then it says, come on, it's Friday night, you've been good this week. It's like your favorite movie's out, and just sit there and eat this box of chocolate and the whole box of cookies. Why not? We'll deal with it later. And then maybe we get away with it a couple more times until eventually we decide, you know what, he's right. We eat the whole box of cookies. And then the inner child says, what? Why the hell did you eat that entire box of cookies? What's wrong with you? So it craves and it holds on for dear life and it nags until it gets its way. And when it does get its way, it gives us trouble for it and it blames us after we tried so hard not to give him the whole box of cookies. But that's the child testing. I don't create anger or frustration about that anymore. I create an understanding, like anybody else would test. Sometimes we test each other as people to see how reliable we are with one another, or in jobs, or in the field where you want to be surrounded with safe people or people that are really authentic and true. But even more so important with the inner child, to make sure that he has your trust. So I look at that now as an opportunity. When the inner child asks for something excessive, when he swings all the way to the pendulum and says, let's eat all of this, or sometimes even if I have a thought about drugs and alcohol, and I see that as a test, I see that as a bonding moment, as a way to solidify my parenting role. And I say, no, no, no. And then I deal with that either through journaling or through meditation, or I just let it go. And eventually, this child, although he might feel frustrated and say, dang, it didn't work, deep, deep down inside, he's like, good answer. Thank you. I feel safe with you. I feel secure with you. I feel direction. You're guiding me. You're disciplining me. You're my parent and I can trust you. And he appreciates that. Might not be the best at showing it, but eventually they will show it. So every craving, every bad idea is sometimes just a way to test. and we keep parenting and we stay firm in our decisions and we do the right thing and make the right choice, and eventually that child will, he will want to come out and meet you. I wish that. I wish that for you. So I'll keep putting these videos out in hopes of that happening for you also.